Hello everybody, so we are starting on out a new Krastorio and space exploration run today. This is version 0.6 and it's going to happen as a stream because, YouTube streaming is quite cool and we're going to have some fun with that. The chat will be available in the video on demand as well, so if I ever interact with the audience, you'll be able to even understand what happened in the aftermath. So I think nobody will feel excluded or anything. This game has standard settings. The only things that I have changed on this one are we have a higher stack size of 400 and we have a peaceful world because, I love peaceful worlds. There's gonna be biters, but they're not gonna bite us. So we're going to start out here, and I have a couple of assemblers. I have one power source here, and I have already looted the stuff there. So we're playing also the new version, like I mentioned, and that means a couple of things have changed. There's core mining seams now. These are the place where we can set up our core mining drills. And, well, things that have changed are also, but that's something that I can't really can't really prove yet. I read that players are supposed to be brought earlier into space now, so I really wonder what that's going to mean, but I'm really curious to find out. Okay, so we got one lab, we got 4 assemblers, and we got 1 reactor. So let's see. First science is going to be automation cores. We need basic tech cards for that. And let's just wire these things up. So I'm really happy that this new version came on out. Is there no power transmission here? Are you kidding me? Do I need to research that first? So, I mean, copper cable and that. Okay, so we start with a couple of power poles. I was just already wondering how the hell are we supposed to get this job done without any starting power? Alright, so... Or, I mean, we have the starting power, but we can't wire it up. That would be extremely anti-intuitive. Okay, so we got a couple of assemblers. These things are crafting at a quarter of their speed. Let's see, I have 240 kilowatt. This thing eats 60. These guys eat 90 each, so that means 2 assemblers and the lab, and we are already working on our full capacity. So, we got a furnace. Hooray! That's at least a familiar face. We got copper ore. We got burner mining drills. Okay. We have a burner lab. Burner mining drills need stone bricks, iron plates. Can we craft stone bricks already? Okay, I give up. So, can't be crafted by hand. Nice. I like a starting challenge. Okay. So I got 1 drill. And not really enough materials to get anything done beyond that. So, well, it's a little bit unfortunate to start out like that, but let's churn out some coal from hand. Slap down. It's an assembler. Container here. And we're going to start with just the basics, Boom. Some coal to produce some coal. I mean, hey, Gem. Hi, Cognito. You start burner. Yeah, AAI. Well, I just figured that the stone bricks seem to be the first thing that I need to fetch up. So, can we find some stones to dismantle there? That's what I'm talking about. I was really tempted to try the faster start, where you get some items right from the get-go. I just saw that in the mod settings today, but then I was thinking I'll be staying old school with this one. Alright, but what I did change here is the stack size of 400. Feels good, because I figured this mod is such a behemoth, so I thought, like, come on, if we have to do such a huge thing, we at least should be allowed to stack things up to 400, because why not? Could be a little bit unfortunate with a couple of things if it overrides the stack size for, I don't know, nuclear reactors and the like too. I might need a wire here and there to make sure that we're not producing 400 nuclear reactors or something like that. But there are worse things. Okay. So I got at least the engines, but we're going to, oh, there's oh, I can loot out of these. Hooray! There's the iron plate we need. So I actually don't need to smelt any iron. Wonderful. Cool stuff. So we got now... Ah, behold! The first burner miners. Well, I'm really looking forward to this one, because I really gotta say, this was the ideal excuse to finally dump my old save file. Because, you know, my old save file was the first time that I really hated what I did in the past so much that I really didn't want to restart with that. I don't know if that's somehow relatable, and I totally gotta admit that this never happened to me that badly before. This was the first time that I was like, nah, this whole backbone is so horrendous, this whole infrastructure is so horrendous, I would basically need to rip out everything and put it down anew. Don't know. If I come back to my C-block save file, for example, I don't feel like that. Whenever I fire up my C-block, I just simply get overwhelmed by the tasks ahead. And I'm like, nah, well, another day. And whenever I came back to my old save file, I was like, what have I done? How could I ever think that was a good idea? This is just the differences. Totally, I've restarted a ton due to changing ideas and methods. While I try to keep my restarts as low as possible due to content creation things, I really like to stick to things. Also, Gem is somehow always poking me to stick to things rather than restarting them too often. I appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate it. But for this time, I felt like it's time. How many? You need 20 iron ore. Waste. Okay, let's start digging too. Okay. Our humble beginnings. I was looking forward to that. So the plan, by the way, is to do more streams and keep these on a longer showtime, but not so often. I hope I can. I'll do that as often as I can, but I really wanted to establish this as a new thing. Still debating whether I restart or not for this update. I totally get you, Cognito. I totally get you. I'm so happy that I didn't do what I actually planned to do. And that was expanding to space in my old save file. I was so close to getting there, but then I was swamped work-wise with other new things because, you know, content creators constantly need to chase new things. And just kidding. It was just a lucky coincidence that at this point I was captivated by something new, and then it just dumped it at that point. Okay, so we start to make progress. I need the furnace now to bake up some more bricks, and then we're going to bake up some more furnaces. That's the plan. So, and of course we need stupendous amounts of stone as well, don't we? But luckily there should be some stone around here. Oh, that's wreckage, not stone. Okay, whatever, I'm just going to set up a burner mining drill and I just thought that there might have been a helpful rock around there. Not around here. Ah, here they are. Steven Brown, hi there. You started a new C block? Oh, I wish you all the best, man. C block is a marathon. Never forget that C block is a long haul thing. It'll keep you captivated, but it'll also burn you out. So take your breaks so you don't hate too much what you're doing there. Just my personal experiences. Hopping on off when it's just fun and for it's turning out to be annoying was a really good thing for me to do. Oh, I'm stupid. The stone furnaces here don't need bricks. Christ. Good thing that I checked. Yeah, whatever, so. Obviously you can't place down stone here. Looking fancy though. Okay. So what does that? Unit capsule, so I can't spawn my own big biter? Hooray, I guess. Okay, so we got these things. Let's set up our large-scale production of stuff. And then we're talking about how to tech up our stuff and then... Alright. There we go, my hungry boys. So, what a ruddy patch this is. Okay. Oops. And let's expand. Okay. Take 2-day break after a day. Yeah, it's crazy. C block is really crazy. I'm right now at the start of farming. That's the next thing that I wanted to do. Geode washing is working good enough to the point where where I just have to flush out some containers from time to time from waste product. It's been worse. It's been worse. The setups on C block, in my humble opinion, are outright brutal because of the many side products that you have to manage. The stuff here in space exploration, it's so wonderful, straightforward. It has not many catches, it's just it's just what it is. I mean, it's by no means not complicated, but C block has a different approach to complications. Yeah, Cognito, I'm also very interested in seeing the new core mining. I've read in the patch notes that it's ought to be quadruple as efficient. Quadruple as efficient, that sounds like a ton. But we gotta get there, but I'm really so excited that this happened. I really like that. What I don't like so far is that we have to rely on burner stuff so much here. But it is what it is. So, obviously, I'll be using those wooden containers for a while. You know, iron is so valuable right now, I don't even want to build containers out of it. But we are now making progress. So, what can we research there? Iron pickaxe. Yeah, that's very important. Hell no. So, yeah, automation core needs us 10 of these brown tech cards. So let's create some. They need copper cable and wood. So we are crafting 5 of these at a batch. So we have our first tech already down. Compensate for spread out. Oh yeah, the space elevator. I have read about that. I'm really curious to see how that thing is going to work. Really, really curious to see that. Okay, so come on, we are making real nice progress here. It's all manual so far, but getting somewhere. Bzzz. Need some tea now. And let's check out the map. So, whoa, that's the only source of copper here in the vicinity. Bite me. Yeah, thanks, game. You tried to spawn one here, huh? Woohoo! But we got a huge coal patch there. That's pretty good because, you know, early on that's useful, I guess. I do appreciate the huge iron ore patch here, though, but it's pretty rough. It's really rough. So, audio. Only using a couple of quality of life mods. It's just the space exploration suite, and I'm running Helmod. I'm running something to block out nights. It's easier for streaming. And I think I really gotta look. It's not that much right now. You know what? We're going to save that. And I can show you here. So these are all from the Bottleneck. That's one. Helmod, like I said, max rate calculator. And yeah, that's that. I wanted to keep it as pure as possible, you know? Exactly. The list of the mods is also going to be in the description, but I figured it's the first episode, so it's fine to put a finger on that as well. So everybody knows, you know? Okay, nice. We are really making good progress there. Let's slap in those tech cards. And let's see. I got a burner lab, don't I? We definitely need more. Come on. So I also got belts. So there's burner inserters. Because I really gotta say, the science speed sucks of this thing. Okay, it's the same. It's just research speed 1, which sucks, I guess. But I do like a lab that I can just put up there and, you know, throw some coals in it and it does its job on its own. Oh, whoopsie, that's wrong. So we're going to expand our little mining daisy chain here. It's a self-propagating process. Okay, so let's put this onto a next level. I just realized how dumb I am. It's the way easier approach, isn't it? Alright. Let's do the same stuff for these guys here as well. Just remembered that I saw that once and I thought it was genius. But since the last time that I saw it, I haven't restarted the game yet, so... It's very simple, albeit something you got to think of first before you get it. So let's do it like that. So we get some more automation here going. Automation is good for us. So Crusher, crush any item. Yeah, that's totally what I need, I guess. No, we're researching the automation tech cards. 50 of these dudes. These brown cards. Okay. So it's time to produce some things a little bit more automated here. We got some assemblers, let's put them to use. Obviously we need some more automation here. So first off, can I produce more labs or do I have to research that? No, I actually am able to produce more laboratories. Wonderful. That's a good start. Let's stick with 3 first. Alright, see you soon, Cog. Thanks for stopping by, man. Video on demand is available for you, so don't you worry. Okay. Wonderful. That's a nice start, isn't it? So, let's use the assemblers here. So, we're going to make ourselves some copper cable on this guy. Then this guy is going to make us some of these thingies. Tell you what, we got some belt here, right? Right. And we got some burner inserters too. Or we can't craft them at least. So, let's do this. I mean, seriously, it's going to make things easier. And one of the biggest mistakes of mine in the past was that I was waiting on the automation part for way too long when I started out, and I did way too many things manually. Whereas this game, or this mod, provides you a lot of comfort there. It's just one tile further away. So you get all these facilities right from the get-go, you know, so you might as well use them. That's one thing that I didn't do in the past, so... Stupid burner inserters, though, needing fuel to operate. But we all have our deficiencies, so let's slap in some wood here, and, well, I guess the burner inserter is going to be one of our companions, just like the coal in the pocket. Oh, this guy is fueling himself with the wood. Okay, whatever. I really don't mind. This way we at least will have some automated production of those brown carts in the background. Can't start too soon with that. Pretty annoying though that you have to chop all the wood manually early on, but later we can just grow it, you know. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I mean, I could just drop the wood into the machine itself. You know what? That's better like that. Let's do this like that. Awesome. What I'm going to do, though... Haha, no. It stays, but in a different way. We're going to output these cards there. That's what I'm going to do. Alright. So I have two more assemblers here that I can make get into business there. Let's see what we can whip up there. But the best part about it is we are producing a lot more iron than before. Just like I thought, though. They crave for more fuel. But let's just decided that I want to amp up my coal production a tad bit. So you can expand this daisy chain a little bit. And then we produce more of that stuff. Just realized I should probably just stand on these corners there. Or on these borders, but whatever. Okay, got some material. Let's keep working. Just wanted to stock up on coal. And also refuel those bad boys here. But I think the situation is okay for now. This thing will run out soon. Don't like though. Oh, this guy is absolutely out of coal though. Anywho. Alright, so this thing is working really, really slow, but whatever. It is some progress after all. Let's see, what can we craft here in the background too? So, yeah, let's craft ourselves some motors here. That's a good plan. So, iron gear wheel and single cylinder engine, there we go. Let's go with the same concept here. Just get some things automated in the background. And these engines, I'll need tons of those. Probably should put up a couple of these extra. But that's true for practically everything here. Seriously, let's craft ourselves 2 of these these miners there. Oh, we have a new... Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. The meteors are displayed a tad bit more... I don't know how to call it. In the past, it was way harder to see where the meteors struck. That's all I can say. So here we go. Oh, I forgot 1 extra. I want to have some output after all, you know. We also don't need to limit these chests, because there's no automatic input of new materials, so they'll never gonna be able to just spam that chest full. I wish, so to say. Okay, nice. We have some stuff here going on. The engines are good for us. That's also working out fine, you see. That's what I wanted. Okay, and we are going to go on 1 extra. These 2? Oh, I got them. So shift right click to copy recipes and shift left click to paste them is one of the really, really useful shortcuts in case you didn't know them yet. Really love that. Okay, we probably should be amping up our copper production at some point too, but I think for the time being we are well off. Copper usually goes in to need later. At the beginning it's not that hard. Okay, let's make sure that we'll be also crafting some of these tech cards in our inventory. Gotta gather some wood, eh? Because I don't see too many things that I can do here without science, so... let's craft ourselves some extra science here, too. And in the meantime, deforestate this place a little bit and see what we can gather up here. Okay. So, more burner labs? Because I really want that production, that science a little bit more pronto. There we go. And in the meantime, we have all those nice engines here that we need for all manner of different things. Nice! Good start so far, good start so far. So, let's see. Nobody's hungry here. Good. I'd say let's just keep cranking up the production. So I have the ability to build burner assemblers. These are better assemblers than the ones we got there, so we should be actually using the burner assemblers as well. Definitely. Okay. Like the best thing I see to do here is just to automate the whole science business now as much as possible. So we're going to do this. Why not? I mean, the whole industry on burner inserters has one big downside. It's really super annoying that you have to feed everything. So I really want to not go over myself too hard here. We would need to set up some automatic refueling, otherwise it would be really, really sucky. Speaking of refueling... so.
Very good.
So trying to shop without money is a pretty harsh thing, so that's what happened just here at home. But I guess everything will be fine. The supermarket is right over the street, but... I thought I was sensing some tense vibes there. Stress. I get her though. Okay, so we got these things here going on, and let's see. There we go. I don't want these things to be manual anymore. The thing here is, I mean, there would be no problem to just drop a belt down there and connect these things. But I don't know, I feel like I don't want to have that many burner inserters. They suck hard. But at the same time, I think we are a pretty big step away from electricity, if I remember correctly. So, well, whatever. Enough about pondering. Let's just stay in action and build more labs. So, let's put some stuff on the hotbar. And you know what? Let's just do this. Oh gosh, that was stupid. I just stripped my miners of the coal. Don't do that. Okay, so there we go. So turns out these guys are something that I could be crafting a lot. So let's put down the copper plates in there. And let's craft ourselves some more of these things. I mean, why not? It's the best way of getting myself ahead now. By just doing more of what I'm doing before. Probably want to amp up the coal output as well, huh? Let's do that. So we have the automation tech card finished. Now, fuel processing leads to electricity. Electricity gives us the burner turbine generator, and yeah, that's the tech path we want. Yes, please. Fuel processing, also very nice. But seriously, that's I think the most important thing next. All right. There we go. And we are lacking red tech cards. We got a couple of them as a premium gift from the starting point. And the red cards need blank tech cards. Blank tech cards need copper cables and iron plates. So yeah, we have a couple of new things that we can produce here. Wonderful. Okay, so I just figured that these guys had their time. They are too inefficient for my taste. I just don't like that if I can't have better machines. It was quite good for the short time it lasted. Okay. So, here we go. Wow. I think one of the easier ways will be... Oh, that cannot be crafted by hand. I like that. You guys want to hurt me. Oh, man. Okay, so... you got to craft this. But if that's the case, we're stopping to craft the brown cards. Because simply put, the brown cards, I can't craft them in my inventory. Let's craft those red cards. They seem to be the thing that we actually need. By the way... So... let's just do this like that. And we are going to produce here the blank tech cards. Just set up a little bit of a semi-automated thing. I don't want to go too hardcore here into it. Just enough to get myself to electricity, you know. Where did that thing take the wood from? So the burner inserters take fuel from the buildings that... okay, so I only need to fuel the buildings. Got it. Alright, that's nice. Fuel processing has been finished, and now we need 50 red tech cards for the electricity tech. Alright, got it. So we have blank tech cards, and we need automation cores. So automation cores are something I can craft in my pocket, which I will, because at this point it's a lot easier to just do this like that. But we can, and that's a useful thing for our little buddies over here. Let's just, you are producing that, and you will produce nothing. There we go. Nothing tremendous, but it's useful to loot these things. From time to time, just stuff them in your pocket. Handcrafting goes down a lot easier. Okay, so now, next thing. We are going to make it easy on us. So here goes the red card assembler. Can this thing also pick up fuel from the building if it's connected this way? We'll see. So. No, it can't. So only the ones outputting from the building can actually fuel themselves? Is that correct? I'm confused. But I'm always confused when I'm running around with burner inserters. They're made in hell. I'm just not used to them, that's all. Alright. So obviously we can do more of these. And important thing, we gotta stay crafting these thingies. Alright. Oh, I got a lot of iron ore in my pocket. Whew. Let's get rid of that. So let's just preemptively set up a new gizmo for more copper. Don't know how fast we'll actually be needing it, but certainly don't want to be sad about that. Okay, so let's just make something real cool happen here. And let's just do it like that. It's easy to reorganize that, huh? So let's just say we're going to put them down here, yeah. Okay. Remove some of that wreckage. And here we go. Sadly, I don't really have enough material to fuel all of these guys. And obviously we are also out of inserters. Burner age, it's quite painful. I personally think it's painful. Okay. So, and the brown tech cards, well, let's produce some of these as well. Sucks that they have wood as a ingredient there. But we'll manage. Oopsie. Or, tell you what. I'm going to make it like that. It's even better. Pretty sure that our facility here is capable of providing enough copper cable for both facilities. That's one wonderful thing about, oh, brown tech cards. That one's sitting in a bad spot. Well, no, both of them are. Ugh, but upwards there's no room. Oh, come on. Oh, well, we have to dismantle parts of the space rack, whatever. Let's do it like that. Just want to make sure that we can help ourselves a little bit here. So, there we go. Ah, to electricity. I don't have... Oh, I do have lumber. Wonderful. Here. Okay, so, well, it ain't perfect. But it ain't horrible either. The only thing we still have an issue with is the fact that a couple of these parts are not automatic at all. Not automated at all. So we need to chop some new trees. Probably the furnaces needed. Yeah, they need to be emptied and refilled. Okay, never mind. Probably should start chopping all those trees on my iron deposit, eh? Let's do this. And put some more things on the handcrafting tab. But, well... we are getting somewhere. The electricity tech is making steady progress, so that means the automation is not letting me down right now. So, do I have brown tech cards? No, I don't. Okay. Just figured that in this part of the game where I actually have a usage for all the wood I am cutting up here, I might as well cut up wood where I'm actually using up the space right now. Okay, now then. Now I forgot what I wanted here. What did I handcraft? Lots of automation cores, okay. Yay! We got electricity! So no more burner stuff exclusively. Awesome. So what's next on the tab? Automation, that's 100 of these. Electric mining, also 100 of these. So what's more important right now, electric mining or real automation? I would say actually electric mining. Simple reason, electric mining allows me to actually transport all that stuff automatically from A to B. And, well, we still have to research electric inserters. We don't have those yet, but, well, we'll do somehow. We'll handle. I'm really very hungry to get past this phase. So what can we produce now? What have we here? So we have the electric poles. We got wind turbines. These are made out of a lot of different things. And we got a burner turbine. So burner turbine needs electric engines. We got fuel processors. Fuel processors are awesome. Let's produce one right away. Simply said, they provide more bang for your buck. They upgrade fuel if they still work like they did once. Let's check that out. So yeah, whatever you put in there is transformed into processed fuel. And processed fuel, if I remember correctly, was way more effective. So yeah, you see you're transforming that stuff directly. So that's what we're going to use now for our industry. I could also actually repurpose all these things, eh? Ideas are rising. I mean, I could just plug in a burner mining drill into this thing there. But, well, one thing at a time. I'm getting ahead of myself. But we are going to use this now over the other stuff. Step 1. Step 2, I want a burner turbine generator. These blue engines here are made out of all manner of things that we can't produce already. Wonderful. So that's all in all very good news. I bet there's not enough lumber in these machines anymore, so let's provide. And I really want to keep providing here for the science, because electric mining, you see, all what I can do here is quite worthless if I don't have miners to back it up. So here we can produce power. Wonderful. And it looks like it's going to be a direct transmutation of burn stuff and you have power. Nothing like, no complications like with steam power. But the output is pretty low. And I would bet that it's running quite inefficient. Okay. But this will also open up a lot of new options for me. Alright. So, well... yeah, let's do this like that. I want to have a couple of transport belts here. And I'm going to go down like this. We need a couple of inserters as well. And we really need to start automating a lot of things here. Okay, so output for that. And we'll just be dropping this bad boy here. That's that. We can then connect this up to an automated input of coal, but for the time being, I'll prefer to... here, this guy grabs it too. I'll prefer to let it run down like this. Let's create ourselves some power poles, and we are electric. Although there's nothing to spend my electricity on right now, which is kind of a shame. These guys are also not sharing their tech cards with each other. It's my own fault. I haven't set this up well enough. But, you know, there's still me around. I can patch things up. Alright, but we do have some progress here. So... what's going to be the next big step? The next big step will be the unlocking of electric mining. And once I got that, I'll be able to set up electric miners. And I think then I'm going to rip out everything here and replace it bit by bit. And we are going to start to run full automation. Let's do this. Let's plan that much more. Right now, that what I'm doing here is nonsense. Just wanted to check out that this is actually possible. We are going to go over on... how about here? Yeah, I like that. We're going to pipe out some coal here, and then we're going to generate power maybe down here. This is a good spot to generate power at, because the form of power generation that I'll be running right now is absolutely mediocre, and will be ripped out later down the road anyways, because seriously, these things suck in long terms. And we'll need the space for the core mining site anyways, so it's a good space to fill it with something temporary. But for the time being, I really need to chop all that dang wood to keep those assemblers running, you know. But we got the electric mining tech. With tears in my eyes, guys. Figuratively speaking. Yeah, let's research logistics next. This unlocks the electric inserters. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. Let's smack in some copper plates so these guys can stay working. And we got some brown tech cards here. Logistics, luckily, is a very low-effort tech, so to say. Let's see, we have still a couple of these guys here. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, leave me alone with the inserter hotkey button there. Okay. Nice. That's a good start so far. Alright. Electric mining drills. Need burner mining drills. Bless you, folks. So, let's start replacing this whole thing here. So, here we go. Let's go on over to the spare parts facility and see what they cooked up for me here. So, some iron stick. And here we can just start ditching that. Okay, we got logistics. Let's hop on over to the real automation. This is also a real big step forward, because this means we are going to be able to produce at full speed. Right now we are producing at a lower speed, which sucks. So we got the fuel processors, so we're going to do this like that. Here's the fuel processors. Is that a bit too close to the coal? I guess so. We are going to use them like... I like this here. So... I'm so happy that I decided to go for a increased stack size, you know. 400 of these guys in my pocket aren't that hard to tolerate. It would be a lot harder. Okay, so we're going to go on like this. And can we have electric inserters now? Yes, we do, but look at these pods. They need so much. Well, I really gotta be careful. My materials right now are limited because I've shut down everything. Alright, but as a matter of fact, I think here the burner inserters are actually totally okay. Alright. So for starters, we're going to set up only one electric mining drill. Okay, and then we got this. And we got that. I mean, the downside of burner inserters is they are damn slow. Like, probably we are going to need way more than just one of these guys, but we've got to start somewhere. Okay. So probably, or, well, yes, actually probably like that. And now off to the actual power generators. Here. Let's start dropping down these guys here. Let's start with just one. And power poles. So, connected. And this should start the process now. Let's see. In the meantime, let's produce ourselves some more mining machines, because we are only starting out. Okay, so I want to pick up this iron patch here as complete as possible, so I think I'll go this dimension. Alright. Now we're talking business. I'm so happy to see that. Alright. I think I'm going to go bonkers here on these, and I'll just slap 3 burner inserters in front of them and see if that's actually helpful, or what. Of course, I'm also planning to amp up my coal production here, but first things first. So we are going to go down this way. Oh, there's always trees in the way. Some wise men said that the trees are the real enemy in this game. Alright. And by now, I can only agree. The enemy in this game seems to be indeed the nature. Okay, so now the only thing we need is some automated fuel supply for our smelting business. That's something we're right now lacking. Okay. There we go. And this is going to be the first time that we're using these juicy electric inserters. Well, for the time being, I'm just going to hand feed them with fuel. Best thing that crosses my mind right now. Let's get that power over here. Okay, so let's see. One of these guys needs 1.25 iron per second. So we got not nearly enough miners. Yeah, okay. Big surprise. Yeah, well. We're definitely going to need more mining machines, more electric turbines, more everything. The usual. So one of these miners needs 100 kilowatt. Well, actually we don't need that thing yet. Honestly. That'd be overkill. I mean, there's no kill like overkill, but you really don't need to. So we could actually use burner inserters for the output. I actually think that's a smart thing to do. So let's see, maybe I should just start moving that fuel that we're producing there. So shift L for near dropping. And can I already? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Okay, we getting somewhere, guys. We getting somewhere. Okay, we got the basics of that down. So that means if I'd want to, here, I could already fill that in with the real deal, so to say. And let's slap in as much coal as these machines can handle, so they are working. I really want to refine all that coal into processed fuel. It's just so much more effective. So, mining machines. We are out of copper. Check it out, we are out of copper. But only oh so long. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that we're needing here. A lot of machines. I'd say, let's continue with copper. Just so this doesn't bite my back at some point. Okay, well, we are smelting down here. That copper deposit is a mess. Like, the positioning, I mean. Do I already have underground belts? Yes, I do. Wonderful. Life's good, I tell you. Okay. So, do I already have splitters? Yes, I do. Man, it's getting better and better. So, our job here is now to whittle that stuff. To figure out how we can remove the coal from the copper. Yeah, it's going to work like that. And I'd say we got enough mining machines for the time being. There's plenty of other things that I want to have right now. Okay. So, how's science? Not so well because it ran out of wood. Too bad. But at least we're getting closer to the real deal of automation. That's a real good thing. So the next things we ought to do is scale it up, man. Scale it up. And produce myself some belts. Preferably automate that. Speaking about which, can we actually? Probably. Forgive me that you have to witness so much tree chopping right now, but First off, it's in my way. And apart from that, I need it for the tech. Okay, but we got this so far. These guys are totally overloaded. I love that. And now, let's see. Material-wise, here goes the underground belt. Do we already have the splitters? First splitters? No, here's the first splitter. So, well, handcrafting ain't exactly an easy thing here. Considering everything involved. Alright, so we got this. Then we are going to create ourselves a couple of transport belts. It's gonna take a while. I know, but it's extremely important that we do this. So, at this part we have a split input, and a split input sucks, but we can make that work for us. So, we filter out coal. On the right priority. And there we go. Could use some extra fuel processors here. The problem with this method is quite simply said. At some point, if these guys are not processing the coal fast enough, it will eventually back up and there will be no more copper production for me. So we have to take care of that problem. But I already have an idea in mind. First off, unifying those belts ain't the worst thing to do. Then another fuel processor won't hurt us either. We got automation down. Nice. Let's research that iron pickaxe in between, you know. Might be not much, but it's also speeding me up a tad bit. Alright, so next thing we got to do is... What? It's just too tempting. It's an extremely easy thing to wire it up like that. Therefore, I'll be doing that. So, I need some more red inserters. And some more yellow inserters. And also some more burner inserters. We need them all. Alright. Just realized how fancy that is here. So we can simply just pick up fuel from here. Pick up ore from here. Now we got everything we want. So... Oh yeah, well, I have medium power poles. Let's do it like that. Just realized small power poles have this little problem there. And then we're going to need to put up some transport belts. Oh, I already got loaders! Man, all the tools are already at our disposal. That's really good. Loaders are awesome. So, burner inserters, please. Yes, there we go. So, how's the power grid? Holding up. Holding up awesome. Alright. I mean, we don't really have a huge consumption as of yet, but... Okay. Needs belts. Well, it's going to be one of the first things that I want to automate there. Belts, you see. We just need them. Let's whip up the splitter here. And we're following this path there. And we're going to need a couple of extra red inserters. And we are not that far away anymore from setting up a little bit of a mall or anything. Or at least wiring things up in a way that we can save ourselves from all the pain and trouble and crafting everything. So we're going to do this like that. And here's the same deal. Small power poles are just not cutting it. We need the bigger ones for that. But the downside there is, it's going to take quite some time until we can produce them ourselves, I think. But anywho, we have now an automated fuel supply for that. Both of these systems are expandable. It sucks a little bit that there's this little slosh of water here, but whatever. We'll be dealing with that. And here, there's exactly happening what I told you. So I think the only way is to separate these things from each other. Because otherwise we will have this constant backlog of stuff. Electronics. Yeah, let's research that. This is a necessary evil as well. That's why most people hate it when belts are looking like that. Because this is now, the clock up is unavoidable, so to say. So the easiest way to fix that is going to be, we're going to set up some mining machines that work differently. There we go. So I do have some underground belts still left. Wonderful. So we are going to do this like that. Although, no. This is by far one of the most nasty patches that I've seen ever. Because you can't just expand here, you will need landfill for that. But I can't put down miners right now, so it's all a little bit complicated. So we are going to make it like that. For the time being, until these other mining machines have ran dry. I am going to wire up these folks to put in copper into this system while there's a clock up here. That's merely a hot fix, but a hot fix that will work, you know. Here we go. This way there will always be some copper in the system. It's a little bit of a dirty thing to work it out like that, but whatever. It's going to work out fine. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to stop these guys for now. This way, there's going to be less coal in the system, and these three guys will be constantly under pressure, so we get this situation ruled out as quick as possible, so we can sort that out more beautifully. Okay, electronics, done. Let's go for medpacks, why not? Actually, this is working out a lot better than I thought. Seriously. So our burner assembler is out of power. I mean, I could replace him with an electric one at this point. But no. Just no. I don't want him. Okay. So this fella here ran out of stone to mine. Perfectly fine for me. Okay. So, let's do something. We got a desperate hunger for transport belts. And it's going to take a damn long time until I have set up everything in a way where I feel like, yeah, now I have a good supply of everything. Now we can set up shop. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build myself some of these wonderful assembling machines. We're going to need, I think, at least 3 or 4. And then... Okay. And so, first things first, iron gear wheel. The belts need engines and iron gear wheels, okay. So, here goes engine. Here goes belt. Very simple, will get us a real long, will help us a lot. Will help us so much right now. And there's a couple of things that I want to set up as quick as possible too, but one thing at a time. Setting up an automated supply of belts will be for sure one of the real big game changers. Ugh. So much handcrafting. But, you see, now everything is working out just fine. Now, there might be the opposite problem now with the fuel production. We might end up with a deficit of coal, on the other hand, because the copper is not getting processed quickly enough. Whatever is the case, whenever you have two materials on your mining drills, it sucks. You actually want to avoid these situations as much as possible, but sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, I'd say. Especially in the early game. The deeper you get into each run, the more power you have over everything. But especially at the beginning, you are really powerless. But oh well, powerless or not, we just set up our first automated machinery for belts. Something, isn't it? Alrighty, so let's fill in some more timber, and let's see. Okay. Now, expansion time, I'd say. All in all, we have now the backbone of pretty much everything. And most importantly, I finally have the belt production, so I only need to handcraft other things that are totally annoying to handcraft, but progress. All about progress, you know. So, let's keep using these guys. Am I running out of iron plates? Yes, I am. Just like with the last one, we're going to use burner inserters for the output, because I like that. So, needs more furnace. This site here is a little bit horrible, but, well, one thing at a time. Let's take this downstairs as far as we can, so I have enough expansion room for the smelting there. Okay. So far, so good. It's going to help us so much that we can now pick up belts automatically and all. So I'd say let's just continue where we started, or where we left off, I should rather say. And now, for the sake of my power poles, I'm going to put it up like that. Or, you know what, we're going to change it all together here. I want that unified look, you know. Here's the deal. When you have only small power poles, if you set them up in packs of 2, stuff's working out a lot better. So, how are we now balancing-wise? Oh, Jesus. How many mining machines would we need here? So these are... It's 3 mining machines per furnace right now. Okay. Sick. So I should rather keep my smelting on a basis like... I should make it dependent on how many miners I got, how many furnaces I'll set up. Just want to beautify this a little bit. Because it's always more pleasant if it looks pleasant. So there we got our power supply for this one. Oh yikes. Intolerable. Okay. Small power poles suck, okay? They're real douches. They are so hard to keep in order, that's all I want to say. Okay, but that also means with our current miners, we are going to be never ever be able to supply all these things accordingly. Okay. Stone processing. Transform stone into sand and the like. Yeah, let's just keep researching all that stuff. Okay, now then. Well, time to think about where I'm going to set up shop for the time being. We have set up the basics, and I want to exploit these minerals that we got here. Yeah, I know what a crusher is. Thank you. Okay, now then. We got the extra mining machines, and, well... Is that so important right now to amp up the capacity? I don't think so. What I personally really think is important is going to be the technology production. So let's see. Basic tech cards need copper, and we got that copper, but we need to transport the copper into the area up there. Is that feasible? Do I want to reorganize that? I very much so think that I want to reorganize that. So let's rip it all out. This was cool for starters. We're going to keep all the materials to work with them later, but it would be foolish, in my opinion, to now just plug in my mineral production and create some crazy spaghetti that nobody likes. So no, I'll just pick up all the nice material we got there and let's reorganize. I mean, I got so much more to work with right now. Therefore, use it. Let's use it. So I see a high tendency of this scheme getting removed later down the road as well. It's just sitting a little bit in the way. So I'd say we are going to set up shop here behind these trees and all over the place here. Let's do this. For the time being, this looks like a good place for me. So we're going to set it up like that. And let's see. We are no longer relying on burner economy. That means there's really no reason for me to stick with burner assemblers anymore. That's a good piece of good news. So we can actually rate all these machines in my pocket there. And let's see. I'd say we are going to craft ourselves some splitters. And this is going to be the small scale operation here for starters. The next goal that I have set up for me is now I want to automate a small income of science, as good as that is possible with all that wood that we need to fetch up. And as a second thing, I want to build the stuff that we need for expansion. The usual things, you know. So here. wire it through like that. Or maybe... Let's put it up like that for now. Okay. Got a splitter. Ooh. Okay. Oh, boy. I didn't notice. So one of my miners has actually coal on it. So this sassy little guy here has the same problem as the other guys had, Ugh. Okay. Yeah. Then we're going to do this like that. Yeah. Filtering this stuff is really tedious. You named it. So we're going to make this like that then. Okay, so everything is now finally handled. Good stuff that I paid attention. Okay, now then. We got this, we got that. Ah yeah, now I remember what I wanted to do. So let's unify that so we have a little bit more material on the belt. Never hurts, never hurts. And on this side, we're going to do the same as soon as I know how long I can make this whole smelter road. Or, oh no, we're going to do it way easier. No. We're playing Krastorio, I forgot. Yeah, silly old me. I'll just mouse over one of these bad boys. Shift L. Drop near. Same here. Fills the belt. Exactly. Okay, so let's set up the next batch of miners. There we go. So, got this. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to pick up that. 1, 2, 3. And basically my plan is to let the patch decide how much smelting we can do. It's going to be simple as that. I will put up exactly as many furnaces as I can have running at the same time. Right? Let's make one drop near as well. All right, there we go. So, science. We need copper cable and wood for that stuff. Copper cable is going to be something we're going to be needing quite often, so let's start putting that on a belt for the time being as well. There's quite a couple of products that need copper cables, so we might be happy having that. Of course, this is a massively improvised little operation here. We'll have to do a lot of pre-production now. Looking forward to that. There we go. So, copper cable. And then we're going to have 2 machines providing basic tech cards. And then we are out of... the evidence one more time. Mine. Okay. So let's put these guys up here. So basic tech cards, we can't produce wood as of yet on our own. So sadly, that's going to be something that I still will have to insert manually from time to time. And as much as I despise it, it is something that we can't avoid there. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to produce my own inserters. Automatically, I mean. Okay, so that's that. Now, for the red packs, we're going to need automation cores and blank tech cards. That's nothing exactly new, we just have to set that up anew. So, blank tech cards needed copper cables and iron plates. Sweet. So... how are we going to fix that? Splitter? Splitter. There we go. So, let's drop it down here. So, blank tech card. Pretty sure we won't be needing extremely many of these guys. Okay, and we actually might want to set up that second power producer there now. Because I think, yeah, we are starting to hit points where we need more fuel production. Nice. That's good. That's really, really good. Okay, blank tech cards, and we need automation cores as well. So automation cores are iron sticks, iron gear wheels, and copper plates. So let's do this like that then. For a large-scale operation of this, I really have to think harder. But for starters, this is going to be just fine. All right. Yo. Even the power poles are there. Okay. So now we have these items, and what was the last ingredient? Copper plate. Okay. So I'll just help myself here to some copper plate. There we go. And now we can just set up something which provides us the automation cores we need. I'll whip that up here. Already preemptively doing this, so we're going to need one of these, one of those, and one of that. Of course, I'm pretty sure that right now my... can't make it pretty with these. I'm pretty sure that my... I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's not important then. Yeah, that I would need way more inserters everywhere because, you know, these are quite large numbers that we are needing and the like, but we're getting there. So, let's do this like that. Here's the production. Wonderful. Let's set up 2 more of these guys, and now we have a... I just wanted to say truly automated, but mostly automated science production. It's just that we can't provide our own lumber as of yet, but one thing at a time, friends, one thing at a time. Okay. It'll still be double as fast as before, simply because we are now running no longer burner assemblers, but instead the real deal, so to say. The next big thing we need are those automated inserters. It's such a pain there right now. I'm really hoping that we're just able to set up just another of these machines there. Let's see, how's the ratio between these? So we have more iron stick production than we need, but not more iron gear wheel production. Sucks. Alright. Not gonna waste one of my precious underground belts like that. But we'll have to work still with burner labs, don't we? Yep. Well, okay. Ah, come on, wreckage. So, is there an elegant way to fiddle that in, actually? I mean, fuel's running down there. Ah, whatever. So, I'll just accept the fact that our labs, from time to time, need to be refueled. It is as it is. There we go. And we got this. Nice. Okay, let's set up 3 of these guys and, well... Ugh. Such a pain. Sorry for all these demotivated noises here, guys, but seriously. Inserter crafting here is quite a serious thing. Okay. And now we are about to pick up some processed fuel because I don't want to work with coal anymore. Yeah, well, but we got a pretty nice start, I dare say. I mean, there's a lot of progress already happening. There's a lot of temporary setup, I do admit that. But at the same time, I feel like we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So let's give those poor fellas some fuel to work with. And there we are. So I got still a stupendous amount of science cards in my possession. Just want to make sure that these go out of my inventory. Okay. Good. Now we can talk about the other things. So, let's see. If I'd want to make more automation cores, I'd simply need to wire up one more iron gear wheel thing on this belt, and then we could just set up another one. I'm frankly tempted because, you know, it is a pretty good thing to have these. Automation cores are very important. We also need engines, electric engines. A lot of stuff that we are going to need to do. And most importantly, I need to free up this area here, but at least I am feeling well about it because I do know that all that wood is going to flow into tech cards. Just want to pick all that stuff here up and then toss it into the assemblers. Right, there we go. So let's check out how it is with these guys. So small electric motors, automation core, burner inserter, single cylinder engine, inserter pods. So there's really a lot of stuff that we have to produce first, but I pretty much expected that. So inserter parts are iron sticks and iron gear wheels. Then we have electronic components, but that's a completely different thing. And automation cores. So I think I want to do this as follows. So first up, let's whip up a couple of extra assemblers. Alright, so let's whip up one more of these. He needs to drop near as well. And we're going to need more inserters. I really want to automate the inserter production as quick as possible because it's just a proper pain. Okay, so now we got an excess of iron gear wheels. And we're just going to make this like that. Here. Copy that and drop near. There goes. Stone processing has been finished. Let's keep researching. And my plan now is a quite simple one. I just want to splitter off the excess automation core production. And now let's analyze that. We're on a 0-0 ratio here. Wonderful. And because that's working out so nicely, I want to set up one of these combos once more. Drop near, regular drop. And we're going to just set up more of that. Keep that belt here nice and saturated. And with those pots, I want to start working now. So we are going to need those single cylinder engines, don't we? Iron gear wheel and iron plate. And these guys here need iron gear wheel, copper cable, and iron plate. Copper cable yet again. Okay. Copper cable yet again. So we should be setting up more of these. And I already foresee a certain extra need of resource production. I have the slight feeling as if my copper production is slightly overburdened. Slightly. Alright, but that's fine. Now, let's set up another assembler here, just for the sake of the copper cable. So step one, I want to automate the production of these electric motors. So we need iron gear wheel and iron plate. So we're going to... Well, this will only work now. Crazy ideas that I'm not going to follow through. Just so you know. I was merely wondering if it would be a smart choice to unify copper plates and copper cables onto the same belt, but I ditched that idea for the time being. Although, I'm really tempted to just keep it going, because it's really awesome if we have both materials on one belt, but at the same moment it doesn't really work that well. Basic fluid handling, nice. Okay, we need iron plate, copper cable, and iron gear wheel together, so... Just doing something like that. Alright. Gotta say, this looks pretty promising to me, though. Unifying these materials together. How about that? And now we're going to make it work out like this. Oh yeah, I like the idea of that. Here. 2 years later, we're going to be able to get that done. Promise. Let's research some lights that we don't need in the time being. And is that... Oh, never mind. Greenhouses. I want to research that ASAP. Because that's going to be the option for me to truly get past this problem there. So we're going to make one facility for iron gear wheels. And then we're going to make it happen like that. So here we go. Don't tell me that I'm using too many power poles. I do know that. Hey, Mr. Bree. Hi there. How much can we zoom in this game? Well, that's as close as we can get. It's pretty high high resolution for a game that's let's call it old school. Alright, so let's see. How are these fellas going ratio-wise together? We have not enough copper cable, but we have more than enough iron gear wheel. So let's make a little bit more copper cable happen. And let's see. Oh, I really need to whip up FNEI. So, these small electric motors, we need them in assembly machines and we need them in inserters. So basically we have just patched up a pre-production for inserters as well. That's not good news. I know. I don't know what is. So, oh gosh, I'm so running out of material right now. Okay. Just want to make sure that this is working out as intended, but actually it's not that important. I'm not going to put that up until I need it. So let's go for the burner inserter. We'll need a single cylinder engine and inserter parts. Well, let's make this like that then. Here, boom. I already got a pretty good idea about how I'm going to do this. So, there we go. Oof. And then we're going to whip this up like that. So that these fine gentlemen can meet. So we have the single cylinder engines and the small electric motors on one belt. For our current situation, that's going to be actually quite awesome. In the long run, it's not that really super good. Oh gosh. But, you know. Go. Just like I thought. Sometimes they end up with something wrong in their grasp, and then it doesn't work anymore. Okay, so now we are only lacking inserter parts, aren't we? Inserter parts are made out of these things here. Wonderful. So we can now just make ourselves some inserter parts. Let's make it here. Small spacing in between. Okay, so burner inserters need an engine and inserter parts. These guys need an automation core, a burner inserter, and a small electric motor. These guys need iron sticks. So we should have everything together, which we actually need right now. So let's hope that it'll work out. Because this is just unbearable at this point. Alright, so we got this. Oh, you know what? I like the idea. Let's put a drop near order on that. So we'll have these materials on the belt there too. And now let's see how we can make that work. So first off, burner inserters, engines and inserter parts. So we're going to let these ride like that, I'd say. We got the greenhouse tech finished. Nice. Oh god, I'm so happy to see this getting done now. Because honestly, this is hard. Okay, so we got all that. And now at least I'm able to loot out a couple of these guys. And now we're going to need more iron plate. And now I'm out of copper plate, just like I thought. Let's just loot a couple of these extra thingies here. And now we're going to set it up like that. So the yellow guy needs electric motor, automation core, and the inserters here. So it's a start. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So, go. Here goes the yellow one. We need the automation core. And these motors here. Okay. But I think we're getting past the worst of it. So, to do this a bit like that. Like this, like that, and we're going to hopefully not regret that too hard. So, here, right there. Ah, finally, guys, we got this. Inserter automation. They'll be producing way too slow for my taste, but I don't care, because they will be producing at least. Look at it go. Whew! Okay, that's such a relief. I really can't lie. It's such a huge relief now that this is finally done. So the next big thing that I'm up to now is going to amp up my resource production, but now I have the most vicious things under control. Inserters, belts, and, well, the bigger machines, we still need to put them up here. Hey, Mr. Breed, thank you so much. Sorry for seeing that so late. Appreciate your support. You guys are really cool. Urban Doppler, can you put a chest on the coal belt to prevent clocking the system? Yes, I could. I'm sorry that... I hope you're still around. I read that one too late, but for all those who are interested. The thing here is, I am not doing this out of a simple reason, because I don't want... I don't want these buffers. Buffers are, per se, in my humble opinion, a bad thing, because buffers are tempting you to think that the situation is fine, but in fact it's not. In fact, you are best off if you just keep things as you need them. But in situations like this there, the point there is, I like to say there is no good solution for this entire problem. So you can put it either into a chest. Yes, that would be an option. But I'd say you're better off when you just try to find a solution that lasts until this situation is dissoluted, and then just never bother with it again. Because chests, you know, the problem about chests is you have to move that stuff one day, and chests are deep. The later you get into game, the deeper the chests grow, so I really would appreciate to just work on ratio. So this is working out quite well so far. We'll keep an eye out on that and unclog it manually, because I personally try to keep my systems always built in a way that these things, if possible, are not happening at all. I try to keep my systems working in a way that they can virtually produce infinitely until the resources run out. Okay, but enough about that. So guys, we got this. We can now grab automatically crafted inserters. Isn't that nice? It'll take a while until these are filled, but it's okay. Let's just keep with one. Let's just stay with one stack. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, now the next big thing we need to stack up in terms of miners. Let's start with amping up the copper production, and this is also going to be not that much longer here. I'm going to stay for like a couple of minutes only, because 2 hours was roughly what I set up at a first stream here, so...
Essen gibt's höchstens, das frühestens in 8 dauert.
Alles klar.
8 mindestens eine Stunde.
So, I've been just told that if you guys would like to, I still have more than an hour time. Let's see if I last that long. So, we put up one miner already. Let's put up 2 more miners. Now let's see. So far we have enough miners for 2 machines. We're going to need 3 more miners to have the necessary copper for all these guys. So I'll stick with 2 more. I'll rather have this slightly undersupplied right now due to the, well, unfortunate situation here with the mix-up with the copper there. There we go. But this should already get us somewhere, so... I mean, as you see here, they aren't able to really keep up. Which is always a good thing, in my opinion. That means we can't just slap in a couple of extra mining machines. Tell you what, I've changed my opinion. I'm going to just add in more mining machines, and we're just going to add in more furnaces if necessary. If I start overproducing copper ore, we'll just be consuming more copper ore. Easy as that. So, let's see, there's some copper ore on the ground. Why? So we'll have to go on like here. So, well, no, dang it. They're hurting my sense of aesthetics, but let's see, how many extra mining machines can I pull up? Actually, none right now. And let's see, power supply wise, I'm also a little bit concerned about the stability of our power grid there. Oh gosh, I'm so happy when I'm able to auto-craft all these things there. So, let's see, how are we going to power this? Ah, you know what? Let's use one of our big power poles for that. Okay. So, that's 3, 6, 9, and 12. That's enough for 4 furnaces. So let's set up another one here. I mean, it's all getting a lot easier now that we have finally access to inserters in a amount as we want them to. Probably should start wiring up these electric poles as well. You know what? These guys need iron sticks and copper cables. I see an opportunity for that up there. We just souped up our copper production by a lot, so I really hope that's going to be enough. So, 2 more iron, 2 more assemblers. Power generated is only coal? Yeah, so far, yes, but later we have access to more things. I could already build wind turbines, but they are really, really not efficient, and you'd need a ton of these, and later down the road we're going to use way more effective things. Among the options are nuclear power, for example, so we'll have plenty of options later. So iron stick and small electric pole. I really want to automate now as many things as possible to get out of this painful phase of the game. Seriously, are you kidding me? Oh man, the power poles are trolling me. Then we're going to make it like that. Fine. I mean, luckily power poles are not at all costly or anything. So I can't afford spamming them like I do here. Although I wouldn't consider it a smart thing. I really only do this because it looks nicer if I spread them out like that. Okay. So we are going to have now power outage here. Okay. That was not intended. Welcome to the jungle. Oh yeah, we can plant trees. Steam engines. Oh yeah, I gotta research that. This is going to be nice. Steam engines are going to be the end of this flimsy power production here. And we're going to ride into real power production. So that's a good thing. So let's wire it up like that. And, well, I have a huge coal patch over here. I might be just settling over for the power generation to this place there. And set it up properly, set it up in a large area there. So, I've just been told that there's a surprise for me. Interesting. So far so good. Definitely not enough material to work with, but that's totally what I expected. So, let's check it out. Alright, so what I love... Okay, that's something I don't like to see here. Whatever, it's not that important. So 1, 2, 3. And instead of handcrafting the power poles, we're just going to loot them now. Okay, there goes steam power. That's a real big step forward. Makes me really happy to see that. Okay, so 1.25. Is that what one of these guys uses? Yes. Brilliant. Okay, well. Now, we are hitting the limits of our capacity here in this really, really tiny area there. I expected as much. I mean, there's still something we can grab there, but all in all, it's time to expand my vision there. Speaking about expanding my vision, where's radar tech? Radar? Radar is locked behind green logistic tech cards, so game really expects me to go far with my small copper patch here. That really sucks. So let's see how far for landfill technology. Also green tech cards, so we definitely need to unlock the logistic tech cards next. I mean, it's not that hard to whip them up. Iron gear wheels. The electronic circuit is the only difficulty there. Let's start the research there. Because obviously we definitely need to go there as quick as possible. Because I really need to find out where the hell there is more copper for me. Because what we got there, that's just not enough. Not nearly enough. Alright. But I think I leave it just like that for right now. We are at a pretty good spot, and I know what I want to do when I start up the next session. That's always a good point. So we're going to continue there. Next time I think I'm going to set up some wood production, and we're going to expand our measly other ratios. I mean, the good news is we have a huge iron ore patch. Huge. To start with, and we have a nice coal patch to work with. We have here a couple of scraps that we might be able to use once we have landfill technology, and also here's the same. Once I have landfill, I can expand that thing here a little bit more, but you know, it's a tough starting point, but I don't mind. So I thank all of you so much for hanging around here. I'm really enjoying this new way of doing stuff here with Factorio. Expect me somewhere down the next week again, maybe over the weekend. I don't expect that though. Weekend is most of the time family time. So yeah, I am really happy you guys were there. Drop me your comments down below. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course consider subscribing to the channel. I do a lot of content like that, and you can find hundreds of videos there if you want to check it out. So have a good day and see you all soon.